Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you how to do a card, the Jar of Love, that we're going to be using as a betta fish for a jar for our betta fish. My daughter got a betta fish, and that's about what she can have in her place right now. And she named her betta fish Cotton Candy. And you're going to see it's about this color. So you can see why she named him betta fish. So first thing you want to do, if you want to do the fish like in two-tone, I'm using the fish it's in here. Let me, it's a lot of bits and pieces in this set, my friends. And we're going to stamp first in the lighter color. It doesn't matter which color you're going to use. I'm using Blushing Bright because those betta fish come in very vivid color too. They're so pretty. And then for the blue, I'm using Marina Miss. And I'm just adding blue here and there. Going to add on the tail here, on the fin, and maybe a bit on the face. Here we go. Now we're going to stamp this, and you got the framelit that match that. Well, in my case, I could cut it right now, but the next layer, I wanted the fish that looked like shiny, so I'm using the fine tip glue, and I find it easier to have it on the big piece than the small piece, so I'm going to cut it by hand. Just because, like I said, it's easier to apply the glue when I can hold on a piece of paper than when it's tiny. I have to use like a tweezer and I get more difficulty. So, but it is a framelit that in the Jar of Love that matched the fish. So I would let that dry completely. Now remember, this little pin there going to go right in your barrel. So next time you want to use your glue, it's not stuck in the barrel. So this would take a while to dry. So I pre-arranged one. Let me move that someplace. I want to put something on top. So I pre-stamp and pre-cut the jar. And again, it's all part of the framelits and the excuse me, the framelits and then the stamp set. So the jar, what I done, I stamped the jar, the big one. We're using the big one. I stamped that in Pool Party. And I cut this, put that on my piece of paper, and I cut both of them at the same time. And I placed that here and passed that through your big shot. Now you get your opening. Now, never mind this one, that's just for that one piece. The next piece that I done, and I'm using shimmer white cardstock for this. I cut one, just the jar, not the opening, just the jar, and then I cut one in window sheet. So you see, it's really 3 jars that I cut for this project. Now, I didn't want no flowers. I just wanted some greenery for my betta fish. And that I stamped that with Old Olive on Pierre Pizzazz. And this is the stamp in this. And again, I use the framelits. So you see, I prepared quite a bit of stuff, so then we didn't have to wait. I prepare one, but I'm going to show you how I done this. Let me remove this. So on the full jar there, let me put a piece. I wanted to prepare one because it have to dry before we're going to do our step. I know I got my, I thought I brought it. Here it is. We're going to use an aqua painter. And I got the soft sky here, and I'm just doing about just around here a little bit, just to give more depth to it. Now, use your soft sky, squeeze this good here, see, squeeze, open it up, and I'm gonna put about 3/4 of it with water. Oh, I could have used more water in here. I think I got enough. You want to wet your paper first, it make it easier, and then just drag some ink on it, just color it. And when it dry, you're going to have that line that give some depth. Here I go. Now I get plenty of color. So now you see I get my water in my jar. So now you would let that dry completely. Okay? So with the speed of the camera here, I get one done. Let's move that aside. Now we're ready to assemble. First thing you want to do is glue your window sheet to your opening. See, this is the opening. And I find tumble glue or glue dots too. I started with glue dots. So let's do 2 glue dots at the top there in the back of it. Put that in the back. Just to make sure it's, and then use tumble glue. Let's make sure this is clean so it's going to flow better. Not too much because you don't want it to come on the side at all. So you just need a bit. And to make sure it don't come on the side, spread that a bit so you won't smash that on the side. Okay. Take your window sheet, and the best thing for me is I put my finger there and oops. Line this up here. I know I say that all the time, but when the camera, it's right in your area, it is tough. Let's try. Okay, I'm going to move it aside just for a little bit here. I think I can get it right here. Because you want to match that perfectly. Here we go. I had where I pulled there. Here we go. Okay, if this is the case like this, you see I pass a bit. Oh. Let me remove this. Here we go. Okay, if that would be the case that it passed, you can trim that. I see I get some glue here. Let me... Here we go. Now, we want to do the stem first. So, what I'm going to do is just use a tiny bit of glue. I'm going to start with my center. I need my silicone sheet. Here we go. That's going to be my best friend today. And the silicone sheet, it's because even if you get the glue in the back, it won't go on your table. Now I'm going to put one a little bit lower. Don't go past on the side there. Here we go. And then another one. Here we go. Now the fish gonna be put with a dimensional, and I just need a tiny little dimensional. So what I'm gonna do is cut one of the dimensional in half. Here we go. And another thing you could do is take the fine tip glue and cover the water so it make it look like it's you know, shiny, but you get the window though. Here we go. Now take your jar, the back of it, that one though I like to use the foam strip, not the dimensional, because dimensional are too wide. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is just do one piece at the top here. and then on each side. It's almost the perfect, see this? It's almost like, oh, maybe a little bit too long there. They build those things exactly for that jar. It's just amazing. And over here. Oops. Okay, now you could always put a little one in the bottom, but you don't need it. I'm going to put one, but really I think we don't see it. Okay, let's remove the, well, maybe not. Here we go. Voila. Okay, now we're going to match this on the top of this. Oh, how cute is it? I got my little cotton candy there. Okay, this here it's Soft Sky, and I got Soft Sky ink, and I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grunge, and we're going to do a little bit of line, just like texture in the back wall there. Just a few lines here and there, really. It's just set a little bit on my background. Here we go. Now I'm using something that I keep on forgetting using, and I say I should use them. It is the doilies. So let me mount this. Okay, so this piece of Soft Sky measure 5 1/4 by 4. Whoops. Gonna put that right here at on top, and my white measure 4 1/4 wide by 11, score at 5 1/2. So it is 11 long by 4 1/4. Now my doily, I fold it not in half, just above the half, so I wanted a layer. So I'm just gonna put not dimensional, but some fast fuse there, just to secure that close, and put that there, and I'm going to put that right here. Now I won't put another dimensional in the back of that because it would be a lot of dimensionals, so I'm just going to glue it right here. And one thing, you want to make sure that this don't pass. So can I move this, or is that, it's going to stay there. So I could have went a little bit lower, or make sure that your stem you put a little bit lower, because I'm going to have to operate my my flowers there. Not the flowers, but see this pass? So I'm just going to give him a little haircut there. See, you can always trim it, but it look better not to trim it, I would assume. Oh, you know what? Here. Don't need one. That one, it's... Here we go. Let's... Just a little bit here. Et voila. Don't even know it's missing something there. So then you can... It's plenty of greeting in here. Hello, friends. Love for you. You fill me with happiness. So I'm going to put you fill me with happiness. I think that would be a fun one to send to my daughter. Which, right here. Thought it was on this one. And then I'm just going to stamp that right on the side here. And I didn't bring the Marina Mist, but I'm going to use my marker. Here we go. So if you don't have the stamp, the ink pad, you can always use your marker. Off on it. I should have stamped that before I put, oh, I can't, because this is about the same thickness. So I'm going to have to put that about here. Here we go. You fill me with happiness. This is it, my friend. Hope you enjoyed this. For all the product that I use for this card, just click above on the eye, and that's going to bring you on my blog post so you can have all the supplies list and the measurement and all. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day, my friends.